Hey everyone, welcome back to Three Dog Sports Card. Just wanted to make a quick video about selling on Whatnot. I would say this really only applies to newer users, people without really a following. So a few months ago I made a video about buying. I'll see if I can put the link in the description for that video, but I tried my hand at selling on Whatnot. At best, it was mixed results. If you are newer, very limited followers, selling singles or team lots, anything like that, you are not going to get really any value back from what you initially have into it. So let's just say, for instance, I got just random stuff in front of me. George Lombard, first Bowman. I mean, this is really $1 or $2 card, but this one, nobody would even pay $1 for it. If you just had a random lot, so let's just say, here's a Dylan Cruz, Nolan Schumel, Wyatt Langford, another Dylan Cruz. You had these 6 cards right here. Somebody might pay $1 or $2 for it, just because, I guess it comes down to whether or not they want to pay shipping, how long they want to stay in your stream to realize the shipping costs. Another item, Hunter Green, rookie, out of 99. Somebody might pay $2 for it. And the big reason is if you're a newer seller, you only got a few people in the room with you. So it's not like these other shows where you got, anywhere from 10 to 40 people in there. I know it's kind of a wide range, but it takes about 10 people to really get somewhat of a bidding war going, or at least to hike the interest in a certain card. So selling singles, if you are new, expect losses. You are going to be giving away a lot of good deals. It took me one show to realize that selling singles was not the name of the game for me. I went to trying to do breaks, just on real cheap stuff, cheaper hobby boxes, like Series 1 or Update, something like that, a flagship, Topps flagship product. You can't, unless you're a known breaker, people won't break with you. They're not going to sit there in the room for an hour or even 2 hours to have it fill up. And if it doesn't fill up, then you got to refund everyone. So it's honestly more of a hassle than anything. Unless you got the new product, so say in early May here when 25 Bowman comes out, unless you got a case of that sitting around, people aren't going to buy into your breaks. The only success I did have was oddball stuff. So cheaper retail boxes, not blaster boxes, but like hanger pack boxes, stuff like that, oddball sealed product. Not new stuff, again, just oddball, random years, could be a few years old, whatever the case is. I did actually have luck with that. And then once I got the people in for that, then they'll ask, do you have, this team or that team? And then you can try to sell singles that way. That's the way I ended up doing it. Was the only time I sold singles was people that were buying into those boxes. When I should say buying in, I would sell like, 3 packs at a time, like the 3 hanger packs out of a 12-pack box or something like that. Some people want you to rip it on camera. Some people would just want it shipped. So again, that was really the only way that I would have singles sold, was through that. But once I did sell, it was okay. The fees on Whatnot, they're I think they're 3% less than eBay. They're about 10.5. So not the greatest. Periodically they do have like these seller promotions where they drop it down, like for holidays. I think around Christmas or Black Friday they drop it down to like 1 or 2% for sellers, which is really nice. If you're doing enough volume, that really pays off. But Otherwise, for the discount that you're selling stuff for a new seller, I didn't see that was worth it. I'd rather make or sell a lot closer to retail on a single and pay the extra 3% on eBay. So that was my impression of the selling. The shipping is kind of clunky. Not a whole lot. I should say it's not similar to eBay at all. You get some shipping discounts. The discounts aren't as extreme as eBay, again, because they're not doing anywhere near the volume. But I would say the shipping is clunky at best of how to, I guess, set up the package and print the label. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It could be just because I've been used to eBay for so many years. But again, if you sell 20 different items, you have to be responsible for, just whether you take a Post-it note, a card, rip it up, throw some stuff on it. Or I should say, this person buys this card, you put their name on it, and then you keep track of it. And then if you forget whose it is, then you have to go back and watch your video. So for me, newer seller, not a lot of followers, the time and effort that you would have to put into it and the money invested that you would have to build up that following is just not worth it for a small, I mean, it's not even an operation, just, a small seller like me. You're not planning on selling a whole lot. So that's something where I'm going to stick with other platforms, whether it be eBay, Mercari, Sports Lots, card shows. There's a bunch of different sites that I think are much better for singles to get closer to retail, that you don't need a following. The people are, the traffic is already there from the site itself. So again, just wanted to make a quick video, give kind of my impressions of selling on Whatnot. Not really something I would recommend if you're newer without a following, but again, take my experience however you may. So again, I'll put the link in the description for the video of my, I should say the video of that I did for buying on Whatnot. But otherwise, that is it for this short video.